Diddy just sued NBC for the Diddy documentary Diddy, The Making of a Bad Boy. And Diddy is alleging that NBC aired this documentary with tons of false allegations against him that isn't giving him a shot for a fair trial on May 5th. And in this lawsuit, Diddy is calling out people like Jaguar Wright, Gene Dill, and Al B. Sure, and he's not suing them for defamation, but he's suing NBC for airing things that they have said. Diddy is suing NBC, Peacock, and Ample, and he is claiming that they maliciously broadcasted an outrageous set of fresh lies and conspiracy theories in a purported documentary that they call Diddy, The Making of a Bad Boy. Diddy is claiming that this documentary is giving false statements that Diddy is a serial unaliver. He claims that the documentary falsely, recklessly, and maliciously accused him of unaliving Kim Porter, Biggie, Andre Harrell, Heavy D, and attempting to unalive Al B. Sure. Diddy is claiming, despite all of the evidence to the contrary, NBC and Ample falsely accused him of being a serial unaliver, and he adds that the documentary includes an interview with Al B. Sure, who asserts that Kim Porter was unalived, adding, "Do I have to say allegedly?" He also is saying that Al B. Sure falsely claimed that before her passing, Kim Porter kept a diary. She was planning to reveal all, but someone, and Diddy is alleging that someone means him, found out that she was writing what was going on behind closed doors. He says that Al B. Sure asserts that a lot goes on in the industry and that those who speak about it usually meet their demise. Diddy also alleges that Al B. Sure falsely claimed that Kim Porter was going to be the next Cassie Ventura, by which he meant that she was about to blow the lid off this entire situation. Diddy is alleging that the documentary gives additional credence to these dangerous and damaging lies about Kim Porter's passing. For example, it features commentary by an attorney, Ariel Mitchell, who has multiple lawsuits filed in court against Diddy. Diddy alleges that Ariel Mitchell ridiculed the idea that Kim Porter passed away of natural causes, saying that people get pneumonia every day and they don't pass away. It just doesn't seem like a natural cause. Diddy is also alleging that in the documentary, Al B. Sure falsely claimed that he is a witness in connection with legal proceedings surrounding Kim Porter's passing, preventing him from elaborating in the interview, and Diddy is claiming that this is also fake. By suggesting that law enforcement is investigating Kim Porter's passing and that Al B. Sure is a witness, NBC and Ample maliciously credited these false claims that Diddy is being investigated for Miss Porter's passing. Diddy also alleges that in the documentary, Al B. Sure also falsely claimed that his own health problems were a result of an attempted unaliving perpetrated by Diddy. He claims that Kim Porter warned him, "Don't get involved or you will get unalived," and that she was putting her life in danger trying to save him, and that there were people implying Mr. Combs were involved in the attempt to unalive Al B. Sure. Diddy then says from there the documentary advances an unhinged conspiracy theory that Diddy was responsible for the passings of Andre Harrell, Heavy D, in addition to Kim Porter, speculating that it would be too much of a coincidence that Harrell, Heavy D, and Porter all passed away due to natural causes. And Diddy is alleging that Al B. Sure went along with this conspiracy theory, saying that this person was telling a story, this person was writing a book, this person was about to tell, why is everybody passing away? Oh, it's a coincidence? Get the out of here. And the conspiracy theorist that Diddy was referring to was Jaguar Wright's interview on Real Life Street Stars, where she said all of these people in Uptown Records were passing away. Diddy alleges to advance this false narrative, the documentary included a clip from the YouTube interview with Jaguar Wright, a conspiracy theorist who skeptically points out that all 5 people who she states started at Uptown Records, the only 2 people left were Puffy and Al B. Sure, and Al B. Sure almost passed away. Diddy is alleging that Jaguar Wright was insinuating that both Andre Harrell and Heavy D did not pass away of heart attacks. Diddy is also saying that the documentary included internet comments to Jaguar Wright's YouTube interview on this topic, that the comments say, "Jag be connecting them dots. Fact or coincidence, you gotta admit it's really interesting." Others say, "Dang, she really puts pieces together. I never looked at it this way. Jaguar Wright is not lying. Chili." Puffy can't be surrounded by this many coincidences. Diddy then goes on to talk about Gene Deal, and he said that the documentary also advances the baseless conspiracy theory that Diddy was involved in the passing of Biggie Smalls. It features an interview with Gene Deal, a former bodyguard who apparently worked for Diddy between the mid-90s and 2005. Diddy claimed that in that interview, Gene Deal said the week in which Biggie was unalive, Diddy was acting real anxious and trying to get big at this party. He further claimed that Diddy suggested going to a party that evening, and Gene Deal warned him, if we go to this party tonight, we're gonna get unalive. Somebody is gonna pass away. And that Diddy said, I don't want to hear that shit. Diddy is alleging that the producer can be heard egging Gene Deal on, asking, do you think that he had any involvement in Biggie's passing? And Gene Deal answered, did he directly have something to do with it? He could have. Diddy is alleging that defendants Ample and NBC knew that these were false allegations because there has never been any evidence that Diddy was involved in Biggie's unaliving. Now Diddy jumps into false allegations about physical relationships with young people. Claims that the documentary falsely and maliciously asserts that Diddy was having physical relations and young girls. References the interview with the unknown person whose image was blacked out and his voice was distorted. Diddy said that in the documentary, the unidentified interviewee claimed that while he was employed by Diddy, he was sent on missions to go to the club and recruit girls and bring them back to the house. But he didn't know what the real intention was, falsely implying that foul play was involved. Diddy is alleging that there was false claims where they say that some of these people were underage, and the documentary then cuts to the portion of the unidentified document that states present at the party with underage girls. He is alleging that the documentary falsely implied that the unidentified documents in corroboration, in fact, is a copy of a civil complaint brought on by Rodney Jones against Diddy containing the same false allegations and seeking a $30 million lawsuit in damages. And Diddy is alleging that these claims in Little Rod's lawsuit against him have been totally discredited because in the lawsuit, some of these women came forward to say that they were not underage and that they were in their mid-30s at the time. Diddy also went on to allege that the documentary includes more false allegations about this subject because Courtney Burgess and Ariel Mitchell, the two that were subpoenaed to the grand jury, talked about flash drives of these tapes with A-list celebrities and Diddy all engaged in acts. And Diddy just goes on trying to characterize Courtney Burgess and saying that Courtney Burgess doesn't even know him and these tapes are allegedly not real. Diddy is alleging that all of these allegations in this documentary are injuring him and his right to a fair trial. The defendants made these false and defamatory statements in bad faith as a part of a deliberate effort to damage his reputation, undermine his business, and painting him as a debauched person and a pedo, to poison the public's perception of him and deprive him of a fair trial. And Diddy is claiming that these defamatory statements have also poisoned the minds of the overwhelming majority of individuals residing in the Southern District of New York who might qualify for jury service and potentially sit on the jury in Diddy's trial beginning May of 2025. And he is claiming, in addition to all of those harms resulting from the defendant's unlawful false statements, they have also threatened his ability to have a fair trial on the government's charges against him. In my opinion, I feel like this is a money grab for Diddy, and I feel like he is using this to try to make his perception seem better before his trial. I find it really weird that he's only suing NBC and Peacock, but yet he's not suing any of the people that have made these defaming allegations about him over multiple years. He only brings them up, but y'all let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.